Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports, and it is qualifying day with the greatest racetrack out there, in my opinion. Talladega is the source. Of course, this is sponsored by Young Dog Korean Barbecue out of Valley, Alabama. Great restaurant there. Got a little bit of time left before we get things going. A couple of sponsors we want to make sure we talk about. KSD TCPA up there in your top right-hand corner. Make sure you go check out America's top tax firm, Bulldog Sports Cars and Collectibles. Sounds of iRacing, sponsor right there. And, of course, go to Roku SETV on Roku, on your favorite device out there. And, of course, and always, 46branding.com. Great organization. FOURTY. Why? Because you need swag and class. Those are the designs you're going to get there with 46branding.com. Practice is about to be finished here in about 46 seconds, and we're going to be straight up into qualifying right after. Every day is a great day to eat at Young Dong Korean Barbecue. At Young Dong, you can expect to enjoy Alabama hospitality at its finest. A true taste of modern Korean barbecue. A taste of local home traditions, but with a fusion of flavors and styles. With daily specials and great food at a great price. Young Dong Korean Barbecue is located at 2918 20th Avenue in Valley, Alabama. Call ahead at 334-768-0444. Young Dong Korean Barbecue. Fusion at its best. If you didn't think it was a real place, well, there it is. Awesome food, says Cody Kinsey out there on Facebook. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in. Start those watch parties. Get those likes and subscribes out there. A whole bunch of fun to be had. It is qualifying. Going to be a little bit longer session here, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to see everybody rocking and rolling, getting ready for the qualifying session to be up and ready to go. First car that's going to be on the board is going to be Josh Klinger. He's going to be pulling down to the end of pit road here in just a moment. We're going to see how that man is going to be shaken out. Big special thank you to Cody Kinsey out there. He's our race controller for the day. My name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports. And you're going to see Josh Klinger, that OCR number 17, stopping at the end of pit road. He is about ready to go. And, yeah, he's going to do the requirements. Driving in the 18 on the paint scheme right there. I believe he was going to get that fixed up for him. So the way this works is they've got a hot lap, and then they've got 2 laps to bring it home with the fastest time. Josh Klinger opted to go first, top 16 in points right now. And Josh Klinger lives in the great state of North Carolina, going to Duke University with the OCR number 18 right there, but he has scored the number 17 in all of our hearts and in iRacing. Student at Duke University, Father Todd Klinger owns Black Horse Auto Transport, and that's one of his major sponsors you see right there on the bottom of the Chevy Camaro that this young man is driving around. This is qualifying mode. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun for everybody, as we're going to see his outlap being completed. First lap coming in. That lap doesn't count right there, so you're going to see all the fun stuff to be had. Josh Klinger's first lap out there is being completed. You're going to watch these guys drive the high line on the first lap. They're trying to build up all of that extra speed and all of the extra incentive of being in that line. Top 16 in points makes it into the playoffs. And, of course, if you've got a win, it's a win and you're in situation. They also have had to have completed 80% of the, or 8 of the 9 regular season races to be eligible for the playoffs. Playoffs begin next week. We're going to be back at Bristol. First lap for Josh Klinger is going to be a 51.443, right there in par with the rest of we might pretty much just see that pretty common lap right there for an outside high line run. There is the number 18 of Josh Klinger. The number 17 right there, doing a great job of keeping that Chevy Camaro on that very, very low line. You're going to see him hug very, very, very low, as close to the yellow line without going over it as possible. Josh Klinger making his turn in. There's the turn 4 exit. Take a look at the speeds coming out. Looking for the dashboard. There it is. Comes across the line. He's going to be 188, 187, 188 at the line. Josh Klinger's first lap of 50.907. So a good lap for the young man, Duke University student. Pit lane is going to be busy for most of the traffic. Roughly about 37, 38 cars, I believe. Take a look at what's going on in pit lane. The number 81 in all of our hearts and all of our minds. Speaking of sponsors that we have coming up, there is Mr. Ryan Dipple, the number 81. Dipple has created by Christina on there. That is an Etsy store. That is going to be our next sponsor there at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you're going to have to get out there and definitely double check. Mr. Comella is going to be out there. 81 of Ryan Dipple leaves pit lane. Let's go, says Bradley Jacob Dunson. Mario, we do wish you were racing as well. And we will see you for the playoffs next week there at Bristol. Bristol Motor Speedway is going to be round 1, race 1 of 9 more races there for the championship race. We're going to have, 7 more races. We have 2 in the round of 16, 2 in a round of 8, 2 in a round of 4. 2 in the round of 16, 2 in a round of 12, and then 2 in the round of 8. And then the final 4 are going to go. Thank you, Mr. Brian Warner. I appreciate you. Mr. Ryan Dipple, his first lap coming around. I believe he loaded in there in the back. So this is going to be his first lap. You're going to see the offage right there on the top left-hand of your screen, what they're going to be completing. So here is the lap for Mr. Ryan Dipple, the number 81. And Ryan is coming around first lap. I believe that's going to be it right there. 189 at the stripe. Lap time for Ryan Dipple of 51.2897.379 off. This is going to be his second lap right here as he comes around to complete his fastest lap. He's going to have to try to book it down there. 188 there down to the middle of the backstretch. 3/4 still at 188 up to 189. 190 into the corner. Turn 3 for him as he's coming around. You're seeing that very, very, very low line. Here's a long look at what turn 3 and turn 4 look like. Coming down the front stretch, you see the fantastic crowd we have at hand. Big old nose shoved out there for you. Ryan Dipple coming across the front stretch into the tri-oval. Exit the tri-oval at the line. Mr. Dipple. 50.927 for him right there. So that's going to end it for him right there. Best time for Mr. Dipple of 50.927. Just 2 1/100ths off of Mr. Dipple. Up next, Wayne Lowe, Wayne Chariot. There he is. He's going to sit there and idle for us. Wayne Lowe ready to be off like a prom dress. There goes the number 34 Fast Lane Racing League. Chevy Camaro, lots of Chevys in here. A couple of Toyotas and a few Fords in here as well. So we're going to start seeing those really shake and bake out there. There's the number 34 of Wayne Lowe out there to complete his hot lap. Fast Lane Racing Hawk Simworks number 34 doing it justice. Seeing the chats filled up. Shake and bake, said the Midwest Maniac out there. He's going to be qualifying in this session today. Good to see him out there. The number 13 of Michael Woolley. We will see him here in just a moment. Taking a look at the chat boards out there. Shake and bake, my friend. There's the number 34 of Wayne Lowe completing his first lap, which was his hot lap. So there you're going to see him run a high line. And now he is on lap 1 of qualifying, continuing to run that higher line to gain that extra speed, 189 as he comes up into. So the way that the turns are up in the high line, you're going to see he's going to carry down the stretch right there. That's a downhill run on the exit of turn 4. And so that's going to gain that extra momentum. He is slowing down just a little bit and into the front stretch. 189 dives down. You're going to see him right here. Lap 1 for Wayne Lowe, 51.485. Very low right there on that yellow line. Doing a great job of making this iRacing number 34 Chevy ZL1 Camaro do its job. Howitzer out there on YouTube. Roswell, good to see you, man. Excited for his first signature E-Cup event, signature eNASCAR Cup Series, of course. Finishing up the regular season. Lap for Wayne Lowe. He's a 188. Coming into the tri-oval, you're going to see him try to stick it down there. 187, 188. It's going to be 188 at the line. 189 through it. New pole sitter, Wayne Lowe, 50894 as we continue to move things along. Another look at pit road, the Drinkin' Bros Racing, another sponsor of the Signature Esports broadcasts. Overall, great organization. Go to signatureesports.com, support the cause, and buy a Drinkin' Bros t-shirt. That's going to be the number 4. Good buddy Tony Kivitt. Mr. Kivitt, of course, ready to rock and roll and get his qualifying laps in. He's going to be the 4th driver to qualify. There is the number 4 leaving pit road. Tony Kivitt driving the Jack Daniels, the Jack and Coke Chevy ZL1 Camaro. His paint scheme, courtesy, I believe, of Joe Sanchez out there. So, fantastic little run right there. Itching to get out there and run, says Chris Progar. Mr. Warner says, me too. Good to see you guys out there, of course, and always. Good to see all of you tuning in each and every week. The number 4, Tony Kivitt's going to run his laps. How has everybody been? If you guys have any questions about Signature Esports as a whole, Fast Lane Racing League, FRL. That's so the Fast Lane is all one word for them. So FRL is the key. I used to say it FLR all the time, but either way, Fast Lane Racing League is going to be what the FRL stands for on Wayne Lowe, and I believe got a couple of individuals involved in that. Eddie Hawks involved, Chris Roberge out there as well. Hot lap complete for Tony Kivitt. And now he is up to speed. Thank you for the shares out there. I appreciate all of those. Tony says, I'm going to get right to it. He's going to drop down low and get that first lap out of the way. He's trying to earn his way into the line. 188, 189 down the backstretch. Using the mid-third right there as he's going to come in. 190 into the corner, carrying excellent speed. Let's see if this transitions into a fast lap. Everybody runs a different line. Everybody runs a different sector. So we're going to see. Warner Racing for the win, says Brian Warner out there on Facebook. Or Junior Warner. Brian Warner Jr. Tony Kivett's first lap for him as he comes around. Hits the front stretch. 188, 189 almost to the line. First lap for him. 50.896. So he's going to carry all the way into the corner. 2 thousandths of a second off of Wayne Lowe. And you're going to see that throughout. This is going to be a matter of thousandths of seconds between all of the drivers here for qualifying. Unless somebody gets into the wall or somebody spins out or has a mistake, you're definitely going to see the fast line being ran right there down at the bottom, hugging that line as much as possible. Bradley Jacob Dunson out there shouting out the sponsorship that he took care of. Young Don Korean Barbecue there in Valley, Alabama. Make sure you go and check that out. If you're ever down in that area, which is close to the Georgia border, there goes Mr. Kivett. Second lap for him as he comes in. Going to be a little bit slower. So first lap is the good lap. 50.896 for Mr. Kivett. Pit road still busy as now I believe we're going to have the fantastic normally have it all pulled up. I believe this is going to be Dan Fowley, but I don't want to be misquoted on here. We're going to find out right here. Take that back. Eric Schaefer, Big Shafe, the number 5 and number 3, another Drinking Bros Racing. They got drawn together. Not really seeing his paint scheme. Trading Paints has been flubbing on me, so the number 3 has a, I know that he has a brand new paint scheme on it, and I just can't see it for some darn reason. You have to just restart Trading Paints, and we're going to do that right now. You may see him go blank for just a moment. But I want to be able to see all of these guys' paint schemes and have a wonderful time with it. Drinking Bros Racing, number 3 of Eric Schaefer. I want to talk about Young Don Korean Barbecue here in just a moment. You don't know what happened there. Got a little spam on. Doesn't happen very often. Got a little spam out there on the fantastic Discord. Was looking through the messages, looking to see what was happening there. The number 3 of Eric Schaefer out there. He's got his hot lap complete. He is on that high line run. All the paint schemes are downloading. We're going to see all of those refresh here in just a moment. So quite possibly. Our good friend over there might, Josh Klinger might have been running the correct paint scheme. I just didn't see it, so apologies about not having a paint scheme going. Eric Schaefer gets out there. His first run right here is going to be nice run. There it is. Wild Turkey calling all the turkeys. There it is. Mossy Oak paint scheme. First lap for Eric Schaefer. It's going to be a 51.422 as he's coming around to complete his speed lap into Turn 1, down on the apron for Turn 2. On the exit, flat, trying to be as low as possible. Going to keep that as steady as we can. Moving some things around. You're going to see a little window pop up. I wanted to get everything opened up for you. If you're down in Valley, Alabama, make sure that you go and check out our new sponsor for the race, Young Don Korean Barbecue, located at 2918 20th Avenue, Valley, Alabama, 36854. They are open Monday through Friday From 10:30 to 9:30 is a close right here. Lap for Eric Schaefer, good for a P3, 50.905. 9/1000ths of a second off of Tony Kivett. As you're going to see him come around to cool down on the backstretch. Up next, it looks like Aiden Hill, the number 59. Young man is going to get out there and qualify. I believe he changed his name. I want to double check his team name. There goes the swan song of the number 59 of Aiden Hill. I'll have to look at his team name again, because it just changed. It was something different than that. It was Carbon Sim Racing, but I believe it's a uni racing team, so it looks like it's a unicorn racing team. Right there, young man, the number 59, up there to complete his lap, driving a Chevy Camaro. You see it clip, clip, clip all the way around. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in. Thank you for the tip out there. That was awesome. Appreciate you very much. Cotton says, go Aiden. Go, 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 go. Absolutely. Go Aiden, says Darlene Hill out there. Unisim Wheels. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. There's the number 59 out there to complete his hot lap. So his speed, you're going to see it down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. 190. He's going to get that hot lap out of the way. He's going to try to run as fast as he can right here. There is Aiden Hill. Sean Conklin out there giving a great little shout-out to his teammate. The 59 and the 54 all doing it. Hawk Simworks there on the bottom. Big supporter there as well. Button boxes for... I wanted to talk about Hawk Simworks because Eddie Hawks is absolutely amazing out there, and some of the things that these guys are going to be able to do together with the wheels that Aiden is trying to bring. Got to make sure he keeps his tires above the above the yellow line though when he's coming around the corner. That's got to make sure that is a part of the rule structure here. You've got to not cross over that yellow line, that solid yellow line when you're coming on the front stretch. There is the number 59 of Aiden Hill. Currently, first lap, tires crossed below. Second lap's got to be better. We're going to see what he does here on his second lap. Want to double check. I'm going to communicate with the race controller and make sure that he goes back and takes a look at that lap for me. Second lap form, 50.955. That's going to be up there, right there. We're going to double check his first lap. I'm going to make sure that our race controller takes a look at his lap right there. Got to make sure you keep your tires above the yellow line right there. So if he did cross over that, if both tires came across the yellow line, his first lap will not count. His second lap will be his time for a 59.55. Just got to make sure it's good and fair. I hate doing it to people. But looks like he is going to be on the stretch. Chris Roberge, the number 96, another Fast Lane Racing driver. There he is, the FRL on the front. And then he's also from Canada. Absolute fantastic. If you haven't been a part of Fast Lane Racing, if you have anybody that wants to get into iRacing and maybe there's special needs or they have a disability, this is the perfect league for them because they will have people that will help coach and have all the support in the world. It can come race in Signature Esports as well, but I want to make sure that we all give them a shout out because that group is absolutely amazing. Mr. Roberge is one of the best pushers that I've ever been around as well. So if you find yourself in front of that fine individual, you might find yourself being pushed to the front, or if likewise, he might let you push him to the front. Hot lap complete. The 96. He's going to have a little bit of fun. He's got a little bit of Hawk Simworks support right there as well. Racing has a little bit of clipping going on with the event, so we're seeing the cars do some settling things. We're going to ride along with the 96. You're going to see what it looks like from his nose. Very low line. You see him. He's coming into turn 3 right here. He is green on the marker for the rest of the field. Turn 4 exit for Roberge right there. 7th driver to complete a lap, and he is coming around. He is barreling 187, 188, about to hit that mark. Doing a great job up to 188 into the corner. 50.920 for the number 96. Good for a P6 currently, but that won't stop him from moving to the front. Great driver as you see things coming. Up next, some new faces. Extraordinary places. Roberge completes his lap right there, and now I believe we're going to see Zach Camella come out. Yep, that is Zach Camella. Look at my list real quick, make sure I had the right driver. There is the number 39 of Camella. He's out there to complete his lap. Good job, Mr. Roberge. Joshua Jernigan. What league is at? This is the signature eNASCAR Cup Series. That's the signature esports eNASCAR Cup Series. Zach Camilla, number 39 out there. He is running his laps, doing a great job. Trying to figure out why the clipping is so bad with iRacing, but to say the least, it'll be all right. Lap complete for the 39 of Camella. There he is. He's ready to run his line run. Getting some things all worked out. There he is, the number 39 of Zach Camella. Currently waiting for making sure that race control gives me a feedback on what happened there with the number 59. I want to make sure that stands right now. Because I just want to make sure it all works. Definitely want to make sure it all works. Zach Camilla comes around, first lap complete for him, running a midline as he crumbs down, crosses over. There's a 51.435 on the first lap for the number 8 of Zach Camilla. Tires being very important. Got to make sure that when you're coming down the front stretch, you don't cut across the stripe. We try to do it the same way as everybody else. Camella has a better sector than the race leader currently, and he is kicking butt and taking names. As now you're seeing that speed, 187 into the corner. 186 is usually the drop down. Good exit, comes up right to the midline, 187. 188 dives in, tries to carry that extra speed. Is he going to be able to beat the 50.891? He comes around first lap for, or the second lap for him as he comes around. It's going to be a new pole sitter. There's a 50.863. So Zach Camella, the number 39, currently your pole sitter. as we still have quite a few drivers. Pete, this is a fixed setup league currently. When we get to our world class league, that's when it's going to become an open setup league. But eventually, that's what's going to happen. Next car coming out, Eddie Hawk. Speaking of the man himself, Hawk Simworks number 45, driving the PVA Paralyzed Veterans of America number 45 Chevy Camaro ZL1. Hawk Simworks on the side. That is the man that runs that right there. Different line strategy for Mr. Camella. He did a great job. He ran what he needed to run. Does fantastic with the camaraderie, along with all the other fortunate circumstances that he gets a part of. He comes back to pit lane as Eddie Hawks resets right there. Some of the drivers still loading in on their paint schemes. Make sure that we see what goes on there. Matt Jorgensen, there he goes, number 80. I believe Eddie was trying to get out there and complete a lap. He might have another league I know that he had another league to go to, so I want to make sure that that's what's going on there. Matt Jorgensen there to complete his lap. He is ready to go, ready to cook. He's got the Air Force paint scheme on that Chevy Camaro ZL1. No time for his first sector because this is his hot lap. Out there to complete it and get it done, get it taken care of. Right along on the upper bubble cam here in just a moment, as soon as I find it. Upper bubble cam, you see how heavy that thing carries down. So, according to the race controller, Aiden Hill did dip below the yellow line, and his qualifying lap will be a 50.955. I had him take a look at it for me just so that way I wasn't biased in saying anything. He said, as the race controller, he says he dipped. Keeping the tires above the yellow line. They're definitely gonna strictly enforce that. It happened at Daytona, and some drivers needed to get their stuff taken care of. There's the number 80 of Matt Jorgensen. You see the line that he's running in the corner. Perfectly okay to touch the yellow line. Once your tires go below the yellow line right there, there is an out of bounds limit, and you need to make sure that you run as clean as possible and it within the track limits, especially for your qualifying. Part of the rules here over Signature Esports and the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Speaking of the Paralyzed Veterans of America, the Central Florida chapter, they are going to be the Xfinity Series sponsor when we get Season 2 of the Signature eNASCAR Series up and going. Jorgensen's first lap was a 51.403. Next lap for him, he comes around and completes it. It's a P2 time, 1/100th of a second off of P1, so a 50.873 for him right there. Pit lane getting busy. Does look like to me that might be. Probably need to set my camera, my pit road camera up a little bit different for Talladega so I can see car numbers and make sure that we've got everything going. Lane Bullock, the number 52, there he is. Out there to complete his pit road lap. His hot lap being completed, getting up to speed, 175, 177, 178 there, down about 3/4 down the backstretch. Had to cough there for a moment. Up to speed he goes. Front stretch run. He's going to continue that high line. Get to the mid as he comes across to hit the stripe. There's the tri-oval run for him right there. A little bit higher, 188 at the line. He's going to carry, and he's going to stay up high. So you're going to see him run those higher line speeds, 182 into the corner, trying to stay off the wall. Lane Bullock, the number 52, newer driver to the signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Trying to get his feelers out, get the rookie shakes out of the way. A-class driver with a 2,148 IR rating. Safety rating's pretty good, 2.47 in the A-class. He's got the blue tag, that's for sure. There is Lane Bullock, the number 52. .188, 189 coming up. 187 as he's dropping just a little bit. Trying to carry that speed back up. 189 now. You're going to see him move down low. He's going to cross over, get 190 into the front stretch. Going to keep it right there. As you see it, 52 out there. Lane Bullock running. Faster stint right there for the 52. Going to see tires and tire wear. Get those grooves. Those tires are going to get up to temperature on the second lap, and they're going to carry very, very well. See him right there, having to stay off the line. You don't want to get below that yellow line down there. That is a no-go area. 52, keeping it straight. Comes across. What's his time going to be? Lane Bullock, 50.860. New pole sitter for you right there over Zach Comella. Times are going to get faster. Track temperature is going to cool. Speaking of track temperatures cooling, let's take a look at pit lane. There goes Lane Bullock. He is down there, I do believe. This might be... There's Lane Bullock out there. Be Chris Progar out there. Yeah, that is Mr. Progar. The number 99, Chris Progar, driving for Mario Miranda, who is taking a week off due to suspension. But Mario Miranda in the playoffs, of course, and one of those fantastic drivers that we hate to see. 99 of Progar there to drive the quick trip. And we keep mentioning it out there. Mario Miranda needs that sponsor. I'm going to start writing to him for him because I want to make sure that they get it. Substitute driver for the 99 just this week. We're going to see if he can hold up and keep that 99 into the finish. Take that 99 into first place to carry it into traditional history for him. Hot lap complete for Mr. Progar. Mario Miranda has a couple of wins on his belt. He has the most poles right now and currently holds the Rookie of the Year status. And after qualifying, it might be official that he might currently be the signature eNASCAR Cup Series regular series champion. But we're waiting on one thing and one thing only, and that is one other driver, just to be sure. You see the speeds he's carrying on the upper high line. Downhill stroke right there at Talladega, 187, 188. And he's going to stay right up there against the wall. Midline run, carrying the speed, 187, 188. Very fast to 189. Crossover, 190. Good run for him right here. He is definitely going to be right on track with what speeds are being run up there, up front, or up top of the board right there. Time to beat right now, a 50.860. He's going to carry a midline right here. Not a bad idea. It worked for Zach Comella. So this right here by 3/1000ths of a second, it might be the thing to do 190, 189 into the corner. There is turn 3. Exit of turn 4 is coming. You see him right here. There is the exit of turn 4. Speed at 186. Exit flattens out. What is going to happen with the 99? As you see him right here. 99 comes across the board. Is he going to have another? Is the 99 going to have another pole position? He does by 9/1000ths of a second. Currently, the 99 of Progar sits in P1 at a 50.851. And what a great little run right there it was. Keith Todd comes out with the Ford. There is the man himself, Mr. Keith Todd, coming out. Complete his lap, the number 53. He's ran a few times. Did you see the mask on that thing? I was hoping it wasn't trading paints, but maybe we see that. Progar ready to run. There goes the number 53. I'm sorry, Keith Todd, the number 53. Progar's hitting pit lane right there. I was looking down at the bottom left instead of the bottom right. Getting up to speed. You're going to start seeing him cycle through the gears. He's in third. He needs to get that up to 9,700 RPMs before he makes that fourth gear shift, and does so. Gets into the corner, 172. He'll carry around midline pack, trying to get up to speed and nice and cool temperatures. Cloud cover over the backstretch, just a little bit of sunshine peeking through. Afternoon temperatures. Let's take a look at what the weather is showing, because I'm kind of curious on what is going on over there. Do believe I was looking. Keith Todd completes his hot lap. Well, maybe I won't look at the weather right now. It's not working. Oh, there it is. We're going to make it work now. There it is. The May 15th is the date on the calendar for this as far as the time set. Right now, the air temperature at 70 degrees, humidity at 56. Track temperature is cooled almost 12 degrees since we started the session. From 106 down to 94. There goes Keith Todd. First lap for Keith as he comes around to complete it right here. Does not look like that got on the board. 50.946. There it is right there. There goes Mr. Keith Todd, ready to complete his second lap. Stand right there on the yellow line. Midwest Maniac, you're in love with Mr. Sanchez. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you for highlighting your messages. Thank you for doing all that. So that's what's going on with the weather. Here's a look at your neck of the woods. Mr. Al Roker. Gotta love it. 53, Keith Todd. Next time by, here's what's going to happen. Where's his time going to be? He comes across Keith Todd's lap. Dates, fastest lap, 59.46. So good for P12 currently in the session. And you see the difference between P1 to P12 right now, and that is literally 0.11 seconds. Jake Elrod sitting at the end of pit road of that OCR number 14. He's ready to go out and have a little bit of fun. Get that Chevy Camaro ZL1, 2 Fords and a Toyota up top right now. All the Chevys are falling back. Nobody's up there just yet. Getting told by our race controller that Keith Todd dipped on his lap, so he will have a P4 time. We'll work that out. Thank you to Cody Kinsey out there. He is holding the books down and doing what we have to do. Okay, never mind. Just part of the tire hit the line. From his point of view, had to go back and look at it once again. Keith Todd time stands at the 50.946. So just right there. And we will go back and we will review all of the laps afterwards as well, just to verify the times. But currently, as it sits in the grand scheme of things, there goes Jake Elrod, first lap being completed for him as he's coming around. He had his hot lap completed at 103. Is all the way at the back of the stands, though. Here's the nose of one of our spectators, and there goes Jake Elrod down the front stretch. First lap for him as he drops down low onto the front stretch. Carrying very nicely, good speed, 189, 190 into turn one. Jake Elrod with a 51.396, which is one of the faster laps that we've seen as far as the first lap when they run the high line. So track temperature definitely getting there. Keeping your tires above the yellow line is definitely important. So we want to make sure that we are keeping an eye on that for our race controller. He's got a tough duty because he has to tell people if they did or did not. I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page. It's covered in the race control. Want to make sure that everybody knows that's what's going on. There goes the number 14. Second lap for him. Looks great. Let's see what kind of line he's going to run. What kind of 188 right there. Fast 188 for him. Nice run for him. 50.940. As that's good for a P12 right now, pushing Keith Todd back to a 50.946. He's going to cool down on the backstretch. Up next, I believe the number 66 is out there. Colin Zemer, there he goes. Waysar Science, number 66. There goes Mr. Colin Zemer. This guy's pretty fun to talk to. If you haven't seen him, if you haven't seen his Instagram, you got to go and check that out. His picture is him in a speed racer costume. Actually quite entertaining to see. Good to see everybody out there still continuing to tune in. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go, Zach C. Mr. Nice 88 out there. Mella currently sitting P3 on the board with that Ford. Fords are really dominant here, so it's going to be something to see. While we wait, let's take a look at a little bit about what the track is. Qualifying at Talladega. That's what we are. We're going to run 300 miles tomorrow. Brought to you by Young Don Korean Barbecue, 46branding.com. Make sure you go and check that out. Bulldog Sports Cars and Collectibles, and Drinking Bros Racing. Of course, and always, KSDT-CPA, your trusted Forbes top tax firm for 2020. Track temperature currently still at 93 degrees, so it's dropped a whole degree, 2.65 miles. As you see it run for these guys. Zemer's hot lap complete. He is out there ready to get that second lap underway. The number 66. $51.445. No doubt going to try to keep that thing as close to the line as possible. What a great job. Tire bounce going on. Not sure what's going on with the with those graphics, but it's not been the greatest. We'll have to fix that before tomorrow. Especially whenever we have 41 of these guys out here running all the way around. There goes Colin Zemer down into turn 3 on the exit of turn 4. Long look at what the front stretch is doing. Here he comes. Good line for the 66. Let's see what happens with his time. 50.906, 1/1000th of a second off of 8th place, just inside the top 10 by 1/1000th of a second as well. As Josh Klinger was you see what's happening with the relative there. Josh Klinger went first, and the times have not bounced off very much. I believe might be Douglas Carlson out there, the number 86. Out there to complete his qualifying laps. '86 Douglas Carlson out there to complete his laps. And something up right here. Taking a pause for the cause. Vocal break. Be right back with you. Had to double check a couple of things, trying to get these settings back up and ready for you guys, but we're not, we're fine. I think it's just iRacing's scheme right there. There he is, Douglas Carlson, number 86, driving the Navy Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Lots to talk about. This is the vet that turned vet, veterinary. I'm pretty sure he's a veterinarian, but he did serve in the military quite a while. Absolutely fantastic guy. There goes the number 86. I believe that was his second lap right there. And I did see tires dip right there. So that was his hot lap. Pit lane is busy. Number 30, Drinking Bros Racing. There's an affiliate right there. There is Aaron Budka. New driver is driving a fantastic Drinking Bros Racing scheme. Clean racing line. We'll get everything updated, and we will have all of our qualifying times and all of our graphics updated on our Facebook page. Make sure you go out there on Facebook, give us a like and follow or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also go on Twitch, twitch.tv/Signature Esports. Go to your Roku, watch some of our past races up there. We upload them every week, little bits at a time on our Roku channel. Soon, hopefully, going to be live Roku TV that we should be able to do for you as well. But look for Signature Esports TV on your Roku device, and you'll be able to see it. Hot lap complete for the number 30 of Budka. And now lap 1 being completed as he is carrying that high line. Old Drinking Bros racing all over the top of it. Surprised he didn't pick a sponsored beer. You know, lots of fun things. Let's check the chats. Haven't seen too much. Mr. Warner, hope you can qualify before your race at 8 p.m. Ryan, you should be getting pretty close. Takes a little bit of time to qualify here at the super speedways, but it is always worth it. The first time we did it, we had over 90 or so drivers, and it took us about 3 hours to do qualifying. But that's not happening today. Today we just have just about 40 drivers, 41 drivers, something like that. So all of these guys are out here to run it. We have gone through the season. This is the last race of the regular seasons. The regular season and the playoffs start next week with the created by Christina on Etsy Bristol 400. That's going to be 400 laps. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's a long race, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun. These guys have gotten used to driving around each other. Dover was absolutely splendid. Second lap to be completed by this young man. Does look like he's going to have a 50.884. That's going to be good for a P5 time at the current. Every lap is reviewed. And I will always be ready for those things. So absolutely trying to keep everybody on their toes. On pit lane, Roswell Harlow, the number 65. He is in, I guess it's his second race right here. As you see Roswell dipping off the number 30. Went out and pit road. There goes the number 65. So they release the cars whenever so that the draft is not in play and the air settles down on the backstretch. When the car that is completing their second lap gets out there and works his way to about 3/4 of the way down the backstretch, halfway and whatnot. So a lot of fun, a whole lot of things to be shaken. There's the number 65 of Roswell Harlow out there completing his hot lap. Driving that Ford Mustang. He is out there. He's affiliated with Lights Out Esport. Could be wrong. Could be right. Track cooled off a lot, says Zach Camilla. Absolutely did. It was 106 degrees when we started the session. I made sure to double check, and now we are a balmy 91 degrees. So that track is definitely frigid right now. So definitely something to play into factor here. If these guys can keep their tires gripped up and get their tires up to speed, they will be able to gain that speed. But we haven't seen anybody really touch the mark that Chris Progar has right now. And Chris, of course, has that 50.851. That's good for the position right now. But Roswell Harlow looking to try to put a dent into that, put another Ford up there in the top 5. Roswell Harlow's first lap of 50.506. There goes the Lights Out Esport affiliate. Roswell drives quite a few little segments for us. He's driven in the Truck Series. He's, of course, part of the Wheel and Modifieds. Has a couple of wins over there already. As you see, the number 65 of Roswell Harlow kicking butt and taking names down the middle of the backstretch, trying to make sure that he stays in that gap to speed. Dashboard time for him 188 as he's into the middle of turn 3 and on the exit of turn 4. 187, 186, exits very, very cleanly, very nicely right there. Into the tri-oval, the number 65 runs. Trying to keep his tires in the straight and narrow is going to be good for the pole position as Roswell Harlow pulls out 50.843. So Harlow and Procar, 2 Fords, a Toyota, and then another Ford. There's your current pole sitter at the moment. The number 65 doing a great job out there. Speaking of guys being on the pole, there is, I don't mean that, I mean that because he's had a couple of pole positions, not because he gets on a pole. I see the wheels turning in the number 13's head because he likes to follow my comments. Appreciate you, Mr. Woolley. The number 55 of Joe Sanchez out there. He's getting up to speed, and he is there. Try to run those laps. The number 55 of Joe Sanchez. Run. Running away down into turn 3. Hot lap being completed. I am going to take a vocal break, and I'll be right back with you. We got some Yeongdong Korean barbecue to talk about here in just a moment.
Every day is a great day to eat at Yeongdong Korean barbecue. At Yeongdong, you can expect to enjoy Alabama hospitality at its finest. A true taste of modern Korean barbecue. A taste of local home traditions, but with a fusion of flavors and styles. With daily specials and great food at a great price. Yeongdong Korean Barbecue is located at 2918 20th Avenue in Valley, Alabama. Call ahead at 334-768-0444.
First lap being completed right here. That was a long 60 seconds. First lap for Joe Sanchez as he comes around 51 to 335. A Yeongdong Korean barbecue. Of course, our sponsor for the Talladega 300. Trying to work his way around, put that Chevy Camaro there on the pole position. As you see, he is there to run that mid-high line to stay away from the yellow line on the bottom. Joe Sanchez, a great driver out there. Top 16 in points, doing a great job. Sherwin-Williams paint scheme, of course, affiliated with the Sherwin-Williams brand. He is there. Thank you to everybody out there who continue to tune in each and every week. We have surpassed our 170,000 reach mark. As you see, Joe Sanchez hugging that yellow line. Close, but no cigar as Joe Sanchez pulls in a 50.882. His second sector was flying, but his first one left him a little bit off the pace. So good for a P6 at the current moment. First Chevy in, or second Chevy in the top 10. As you see him right there. Pit lane getting busy. Another Ford Mustang. I have no clue what number that is. Oh, J.D. Woodward. Okay, 94. Couldn't see his paint scheme. It's like that Ford Mustang has a... Not sure what's going on. See part of the grid on it, but I kind of see, like... Not sure. Might be chrome, it might be metallic. Not sure. Can't see his number. Can't see what was going on there. So maybe he's got a surprise for us tomorrow when it comes to his paint scheme. But I don't like surprises. I don't like them at all. I like things methodical and planned out. Mr. Warner says it's boogity time out there. Let's go 94, says Chris Land. There he is. The 94 out there completing the hot lap, trying to stay very, very high. 184 coming into the tri-oval right there. Front stretch run, 188, 189. He's going to go ahead and start completing that hot lap, or that fast lap now. He's not holding on to it. He's going to get it done right here and right now. As you see the 94 of J.D. Woodward coming around turn 2, staying there low. Crosses the yellow. Got to make sure you don't cross the yellow line. As you see the 94 there into the corner. Front stretch run for him right here. Exit of turn 4. Here comes the 94. Trying to gain that speed as much as possible. Keep himself way off of that yellow line, but good enough to keep that speed. First lap for J.D. Woodward, currently at a 58.46. I know the race controller is looking at that to make sure that his lap is going to count. We do try to make sure that we keep it. I see messages. That's the reason why I say that. There he is, trying to keep himself off that yellow line just a little bit. It's okay to touch the yellow line. It's not okay to cross the yellow line. So if his tires cleared the yellow line on the inside, that lap will be in jeopardy. But he's still carrying great speed coming around turn 3 into turn 4. Still trying to get that extra 0.3 of a second off of Roswell Harlow to put another Ford up there in the pole position. J.D. Woodward driving around this track very nicely. Trying to keep it there. Does come down, touches it. Doesn't cross it, but does touch it. There is the 94. His second lap is not faster than the first one. So we will see how Woodward's time holds up. 50.846. And pit lane is about to be busy. The 21 of Mark Harris. I see that, man. Glad to see him out here. Mark Harris ready to get things up and running and going well. Mark Harris kicking butt and taking names. Another OCR driver, Oceanside Cleaners, of course, out of the Florida area. Black Horse Auto Transporter on there as well. You see the number 21 there to run his line, have fun, and do his job. 181 and 178 there now, 179, high line run for him. Wonder if the drivers are just going to try to dip it as hard as they can and grab that first lap speed, or if they're going to try to make it work. Talladega qualifying is the qualifying of a matter of thousands of inches. And I will be right back with you in just a moment. Pause for the cause. All right, the 21 of Mark Harris, his first lap was a 51.431. Second lap for him as he comes around. Good little run for him right there, 50.920. So he is virtually tied with Chris Roberge right there in 17th. Roberge has just a little bit faster lap. Another Drinking Bros Racing vehicle right here, the number 56 of Michael Newbrow. He is out there ready to complete his laps. We are starting to get into some of the drivers that are eligible for the chase as well, as the chase will begin next week, like I said, with Bristol. But tomorrow night, make sure you tune in for the Young Korean BBQ Talladega 300. As now we are getting close to just over the halfway mark with the qualifying. And it's starting to go faster now as we're starting to see these guys pick up their speeds. Little nose shot from our upper camera right there. Remember, Drinking Bros Racing, you can go buy one of their t-shirts on signatureesports.com. Click the shop button, click the t-shirts button, and you'll be able to find all of their stuff right there. Hot lap complete for the number 56. Thank you for the follow out there, Key D's. Key D Easy. EJ Witt out there, the number 56. Thank you very much. Dirty Dancer out there as well. Thank you for the follow out there as well on Twitch. Thank you to everybody out there continuously tuning in each and every week. Signature eNASCAR Cup Series every Wednesday and Thursday night. Then on Friday nights, we have the Signature Esports Wheel and Modified Series. We're about to get the Road Series back up and underway. We wanted to get some things figured out with that as far as broadcasters go and stuff like that. Starting here in about a week or so, we're going to be broadcasting the have a look at this, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. So we're going to have that broadcasted as well. You're going to be able to find that on all of our platforms, signatureesports.com. Live, of course, Signature Esports on Facebook, Twitch, and, of course, YouTube. Go follow us on Instagram, Signature Esports on Instagram. I would love to see all your stuff. Tag us in a bunch of stuff. We would love to see that as well. Getting close to 1,000 followers or 1,000 likes on Facebook. We're already close to 1,000 followers. Once we get there, I'm going to give away, whoever the 1,000th follower is, we're going to give away a fantastic gift package with a shirt, I believe a coffee mug, something else is going on right there. And then the Midwest Maniac is going to be announcing with me with the Midwest Days of Thunder. I thought it. Oh, yeah, there it is, Midwest Maniac out there on Twitch. I see it there. First lap for Mr. Newbrow, or last lap for Mr. Newbrow, 50.916. That young man is doing great things. He's out there to complete it. There is another driver that we love to see. I'm glad to see him out here. As that is Grantley Williams, getting ready to get things underway. The number 6 of Grant Williams. Good to see him back out on the track. We haven't seen him in a little bit. He is out there to complete his out lap in that back the blue Ford Mustang. Drives for DFR, I believe, Dragon Force Racing. That was his team. I have to double check some things. So number 6 out there to complete his hot lap, and you're going to see him come down the backstretch and build up that speed to get high into the corner. He said that if it was one race that he really, really, really wanted to win, it was Talladega. So we're going to see how he does here. Grantley Williams ready to try to put that number 6 into victory lane. He's got working on some things, working on getting some things ready for himself. 183 into the corner right there. Trying to carry that speed and build that momentum. As you see him 186 into the tri-oval onto the front stretch. Into turn 1. There we go, is Grant Williams out of the Virginia area. Backstretch run, still carrying that speed. 187, 188. He's getting there. Trying to build that speed for that fast lane run, which is going to come on his second lap. So he is carrying that extra high speed. He's going to try to use that front stretch run right here on the exit of turn 3. Downhill. Tri-oval, trying to make it work. Crossover possibly coming right here. He does. Crossover into the middle and he's going to carry that speed all the way out. 188, 189. Now he's into it, finding the groove. Got a little bit into the wall. Looks like he has a little bit of right side damage right there. I thought he had gotten into the wall in his outlap on turn 4, but I was unsure. But it's not hurting his speed any right now, so definitely carrying forward. We're going to see what happens here. First lap form 51.686 as the number 6 of Grant Williams is out there to finish that hot lap. So he's still carrying good speed as he is continuing to move forward. Grant Williams gets close, gets very close. Touch. Not quite there. Stays away from the double yellow. Carries all the way into the tri-oval. You're going to see him right here. Grant Williams' time right here is 51.096, and no doubt that little bit of damage on the right side without a draft did impact him right there. So tough luck, but he still makes the show with a 51.096, 22nd driver to be qualifying in this one. And right now, Robert Parrott's going to be sitting on the edge of pit road, the number 38 Sumar Special. Marshall Teague on the side. Whole lot of fun. Good to see everybody out there continuing to share and stream. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the donations. The OG. Let's spell dog. There is the 38. Brian Warner not far from me here. He's a Lebanon, Missouri native. Absolutely fantastic guy. Good to talk to and good to see everybody out there. And tomorrow you're gonna see my pretty face all over this stream because we've gotten the cameras all hooked up, and you're gonna be able to see me. I might wear a suit, probably not, but you know, I'll be here tomorrow night, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time in the evening. 8:20 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to start the live broadcast for the Talladega 300 versus the Yeongdong Korean Barbecue. Speaking of Yeongdong Korean Barbecue, make sure that if you haven't checked it out, go to manscaped.com and then get you a famous lawnmower 3.0. Your balls have never been safe unless you use Manscaped products. Go out there and do that. Make sure that if you do, tag us on your social media post with it. Hashtag Signature Esports and hashtag Manscaped. Absolute fantastic product. Promotional codes coming very shortly. Thank you, Mr. Progar. I do appreciate it. Good segue. The number 38 of Robert Parrott completed his hot lap, first lap form as he's coming around the track. The track has very much cooled off, and it is almost frigid. Parrott's first time. 51.417 coming around a very low line. He's going to run it right there. The number 38 doing a great job. He is fun to run around with too, and great to talk with. Backstretch run. You see him coming down. He's going to stay in that midline. He's going to do exactly what Woodward did, and I believe Comella did as well. He's going to use that speed, that 190, to dip himself in to get close to that line. And the tri-oval is where he is looking. He's coming forward. Where's his time going to be? He was right there at the time. He's got to beat an 8:43. Progar Parrott's time, 50.910. Good for P16 right now. And track temperature is key. Track temperatures dropped to 86 degrees. So from 106 degrees. Normally the cooler temperatures, these guys are wanting those cooler temperatures. And I tell you what, it hasn't worked into their favor right now. Jesse Priest, the number 33. There he is. He's going to be sitting right there on the edge of the back stretch. SETV all over the back. Big supporter of the Roku channel. Thank you very much. Signature Esports TV on Roku. Go to your channel selection and find it. There is Garrett Construction, his sponsor on the side of it. Hawk Simworks, part of the structure as well. We're going to see Hawk Simworks all over our cars here. Part of our contingency pack, especially for the playoffs, along with Tony Kivett out there saying, get it. All right, folks, had to cough. Still in the lungs. Good in the voice, but still in the lungs. Hawk Simworks, Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles, and SCTV, Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. We've 46 branding. We're going to have all of those guys on our contingency packs this season for the playoffs and into the next season as well. Carrying all of our stuff very, very nicely, very enjoyable. First lap for Mr. Priest, as you see the temperature just continuing to drop. His hot lap is complete, and now he is out there to complete that very, very, very first lap. Good run for him so far. Hopefully you guys are hearing everything out there. Hopefully you can hear the cars and all the fun and the good stuff. Trying to keep everything in line for you. There's the 33 of Jesse Priest running his laps. Priest's first lap coming up as he hits the stripe. Good for a 50.945, and now trying to make it work. Impact Motorsports 33 is car Chevy. He is driving the Chevy. Chevy Camaro ZL1, one of the three manufacturers. One manufacturer that I would like to see, and this is an argumentative thing, is I would like to see, we have the Toyota, I'd like to see the BMW make its way to NASCAR eventually. I think that would be very cool. I do drive a Dodge, and I do miss the days of Dodge, but it'd be really nice to see a BMW stock car. I've seen the mock-ups of them and the prototypes, but I've yet to hear solid confirmation that it'll be happening. But Priest's second lap coming up right here, good for a little bit faster time. Bettered himself one position. 50.933 for Priest. P21 in the session. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you, my man. 1,600 of those points is absolutely fantastic. Keep those shout-outs going. Oh, the number 10. I know who that is. There he goes, Chris Bates. Probably my favorite driver profile photo that you'll ever see, Mr. Chris Bates. You have 16K of these points, so might as well use them. Go Unisim Racing, absolutely. Unisim Racing definitely needs, I believe they're getting a website. Sean, you'll have to clarify that for me or not, if you guys are getting a website put together. And if you are, make sure you get that information to me out there with you and, of course, Eden Hill, part of that organization. Trying to build some fantastic carbon wheels out there. Doing a great job of having the insight and the entrepreneurship for young men out there, starting themselves a new business, and I support those who support themselves. So absolute great time. Chris Bates, the number 10, coming around to complete his hot lap, and he is ready to go. That's what I mean. There's his spotter, Donkey Jim, there with Chris Bates. Bates using the high line to do his job, doing a very nice job of it as well. There goes Mr. Bates. LOE all over the side of it. Lights out, Esport drives a Chevy. I believe Shane Wyatt helps that guy come on over to his team. Does a great job. I believe Shane Wyatt's going to move everything over to Toyotas here very shortly. And things are going to go into a one-team direction. Season 2 for the Signature eNASCAR Series is going to begin January 8th. And it's going to be exciting because we're bringing you all of the series. 86 degrees on the track temperature. As we see Chris Bates trying to keep his car within the racing line, doing a great job of not over-crossing that line. And we will go back and we will make sure we check everybody's lap just to be sure. We want to make sure we're fair to everybody, because the last thing I want to do is not count somebody's time if the tires completely cross over the double yellow line, or the single yellow line. It's double yellow over at Daytona. But the 10 of Bates, there he goes. The rule is the rule, and is where it is. He is there into the mid-stretch. Mr. Bates, second lap for him. Not a bad lap. Let's see where he ends up. He ends up right there in the top 7. 1/1000th of a second off Jorgensen with a 50.874. So the difference between first through 20th is just, holy goodness, is just under 1/100th of a second. Pit lane still getting busy. We still got a few people out there. A lot of fun. Who's that, my friend? TJ Muner, I believe. All right, there he goes. 89. CCM all over it. Kicking butt. Taking names. Off like a prom dress. You know, whatever you choose to be. Big thank you to all of my listeners out there overseas. Brian Warner had to go. Be watching it tomorrow. Appreciate you very much. Remember that we are not live on Roku yet. Roku is just it's a replay where we have all the replays. So we will be live on Roku very shortly, just not yet. So make sure you keep that in mind. Brian Warner Jr. not hitting the qualifying mark today. To do another race. Goes to number 89 of CJ. Trying to make that midline run. Hot lap's going to be complete for him. He is up to speed. 188, 189, as he is very, very close to that fantastic 190 zone. Rowdy Motorsports, you saw it in the bottom left-hand corner. Fanatec all over the bottom. My goodness. Appreciate the watches, of course. Absolutely. Bradley Jacob Johnson giving a yeah out there for our race controller, Cody Kenzie, who is up there doing the tough job. I have no clue, Mr. Kenzie. I know that you're listening out there, if you are listening. First lap for Muner. There he is, the number 89. There to run his lap. Second lap being completed. Good guy. Very good guy. Like I said, make sure that you check all of these people out. If you want to be a fan of them, go to our Facebook page. Yes, go to our Facebook page. Give us a like and share. Go to signatureesports.com. Sign up for a social account over there. You'll be able to talk to all these drivers. They do log in, and they do have a lot of fun. There is the number 89 of Muner. There he is. Muner. I can say his name. I've said it 100 times. Lap completed. Where's he going to be at is now you're going to see the 907 again. He and Josh Klinger, who went first, they ran the same time. That's the difference between start to almost finish. As we're through 26 of the drivers, absolute craziness. Pit lane, my man, Daryl Paget. There he is. You hear him. You hear that man right there. iRacing's most famous Australian, the man himself. Daryl Paget, the number 69. The Effort Let's Have a Beer. Driving the Terrell by Kim Toyota Camry. Make sure we get him officiated. Need to put that other logo on that paint scheme. I forgot about it. There goes Daryl Paget. We worked on qualifying a little bit at earlier, and man, great conversations. It's a really stinking early to race with us in Australia because they're like 12 to 14 hours ahead of me. What a great guy. Absolutely fantastic guy. There goes the number 69 of Daryl Paget. There to make that Toyota Camry scream, scream, scream. And we did teach him a little bit about high line runs into a bottom line run. Got to make sure that Mr. Paget keeps it clean. He's going to do so right here. Daryl using tricks of the trade from everybody he's worked with, and he knows that he wants to send it. He wants to get into victory lane right here. The number 69 doing a fantastic job. Has all the skill in the world to do exactly that. .182, 183 as he exits. You're going to see that speed pick up, downhill run. Nice job for Daryl Paget. 188, 189. There he is. He's coming off into the tri-oval. That carry speed is going to go once again. You're going to see him right here. Crossover move coming up right here for Daryl Paget. As you see, he is carrying very, very nicely. Wanting to get out there and make that run. Trying to be as clean as possible. Thank you out there very much on Twitch. Can't wait to start working on the wheels. Going to be inexpensive but reliable, and as reliable as Fanatec and Cube controls. Absolutely fantastic. The Young Dong machine is up next. There is Daryl Paget trying to make that mid-line or that mid-third line his faster line. Get some good shots. I will get some good shots, Mr. Dunson. Daryl Paget doing a great job. First lap for Daryl is complete. We're going to take a look and see where he's going to stick it right here. Second lap was a 51.495 for his first lap. Straight up the track, does what 51.011. Still not a bad lap for him. He was having trouble getting below the 50s into the 59s. He did it earlier, but the track temperature is so cold right now that would be difficult for anybody. And but Daryl doing nonetheless right there on the cusp of where he needed to be. Good for P26 at the moment. And speaking of Young Don Korean Barbecue, there goes Bradley Dunson, the number 51, driving the sponsored car of the Young Dong Korean Barbecue number 51. I've been waiting to see this car since probably 2.5 months ago, whenever he bought the sponsorship for this restaurant, which he does love. And now I've got to really got to take a happy dragon on the back. I'm digging it. Dunson with custom numbers and everything. There's the front of the car, all Korean. All the Korean logo, the Young Dog Korean Barbecue logo on the front right there. I'm sitting here reading it, and I tell everybody. Into the tri-oval, there is Bradley Dunson. Hot lap complete. One more look at the back of it. Absolutely hilarious. I'm digging the logo. Young Dong, happy belly full dragon right there. Anyhow, anyway, there goes the number 51, getting up to speed. Jacob Smith out there giving a casing. Absolutely. Jason Harnish, good to hear from you. 51 of Dunson, 28th driver to complete a lap. His first lap's going to be a 51.420, so right in line with everybody else. And there is the DHR, Bradley Dunson, Mean Mike, the Prison Mike logo. It's like his thing. For those who don't know, Mr. Dunson, of course, being from Valley, Alabama, is one of Alabama's finest, and does a great job down there helping to protect and serve. And of course, he goes to wants to get served at the Yeongdong Korean Barbecue. Great run for him as he's coming across the stripe. What's Mr. Dunson? Dunson's going to be looking pretty good here. Good for a 50.930, so a 23rd spot. So maybe it was a better idea to be going first here, because the earlier that they went, the better it is. We are getting into the zone right here. There's going to be Bradley Dunson coming around the backstretch. On deck, though, there in the pit lane is going to be the number 54 of Sean Conklin. Back in the mix, ready to get Talladega under the books. Pit road exit, vocal break. Be right back with you in just a moment. Sean Conklin, the number 54, doing his job right there. Trying to stick away from the line. Don't want to cross over the double. Does so on the second lap. Both tires cross that line. First lap for him was a 59.32. And not far off there. Gotta make sure that it's good, but he had a good lap going. But that was our Sounds of iRacing. You followed along with Sean Conklin, the young man, the number 54, right there. Sounds of iRacing brought to you by Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. And now we're going to see the next man in it, Mr. Michael Woolley, the number 13. DHR, Dark Horse Racing. There is that Ford Mustang. The Royal 10 Rocket DHR, number 13. The Midwest Maniac himself. That's a beautiful looking car right there, if I do say so myself. Is purple and gold, ready to get out there and try to take that pole position Looks like Fords are going to be on the top of the leaderboard right now. Chevy's having a hard time breaking that top 5. As right now it's 3 Fords, a Toyota, and another Ford in the top 5. Quite possibly Mr. Michael Woolley might have something for him, as you're going to see a highline run right here. Let's see what Michael Woolley decides to do when he comes down here to the front stretch. Crosses that line. Carrying excellent speed. And going to go ahead and dive down in. He's going to try to complete that hot lap now. He's going to try to get that fastest lap in. 30th driver to qualify, the number 13 of Michael Woolley. He's going to hug that bottom line, try to make sure that he sticks and sticks and sticks and does his job. We're going to see what his first lap is going to be as he comes in mid, top, comes in. Very nice, 190, 189, 188 as he carries through turn 3 on to turn 4. Front stretch run for him. He's entering the tri-oval. We're going to see him come around. There he is into the front stretch. Tri-oval berth for him. What is he going to carry on to as he digs into it? Time for Michael Woolley. Going to put him up P10, 50.88 on his first lap. Let's see if he can do any better and best that lap as he comes around into turn 2. Backstretch run for Mr. Michael Woolley. Hugging that line one more time. Going to make that backstretch run as fast as he can. 188. 189. Trying to crest that 190. Does so very nicely. Hug, hug, hug. He is on his way. Turn 3 into turn 4. Woolley carrying once again. There he is into the front stretch all the way to the tri-oval. Carries all the way down into the tri-oval. 187. They're at it again. They're at it again. First time was the best time. 50 and some triple eights. Go play the lottery, Mr. Michael Woolley. Good for a P10 currently, and we're getting close and getting down to the back end of things. That is the number 11, I believe. Mr. Matt Roberts. Good to see him back out there again. Matt Roberts is getting ready to come out on pit road. There he goes. Rowdy Energy, another Rowdy Energy drinker. And, of course, Rowdy Motorsports for signature eNASCAR Cup Series action. That's not what you looked for, but it's Talladega, and anything can happen out there, says Sean. I agree. I completely agree. It is Talladega. Bradley Jacob Dunson out there. Not a horrible lap, but could be better. I tell you what, these cold temperatures right now are going to slow everybody down. I thought for sure we were going to see exactly what we saw at Daytona, but for sure this session has really... It hasn't sped anything up, that's for sure, when it comes to the cold temperatures. So I like being wrong because that means that I've learned something new today. Jake, Jason wanted to run this one, but got busy. He'll run next season. We've got a whole new process for next season. Good, big, exciting things coming up next season for the signature eNASCAR series, not just the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, the Whelen Series. We are going to be kicking butt and taking names. That fourth season is actually going to have its own matchmaking rating system, so an MMR system that we have, that myself and Brian Wirtz, Brian has done the math and I have done the programming, and we are going to start beta testing it here in about 3 or 4 weeks. But our signature eNASCAR series is going to be taking the base information from iRacing that it gives us, and depending on how our drivers perform, that's how they move up and down through our system. That is something I wanted to have very early on. I was just very fortunate that I had some very intelligent people be a part of that process. 51466 for Matt Roberts, and getting very close to crossing that line. Definitely want to make sure that we review that. Don't want to cross it. Touching it is fine. Crossing it is a no-no. Tire run, very important. Matt Roberts' run coming down to be a good one. Looks very, very nicely. 51.466 for the young man as he comes across the stripe. His time, good for a P5, 50.862. Up next, Mr. Dan Fowley, the number 63. He is out there to complete his hot lap. Little info from race control. Sean's first lap. Mr. Sean Conklin at number 54. His first lap will count. Lap 2 will not. Matt Roberts' first lap will count as well. Lap 2 will not. So that is where we are standing with our race control. Thank you very much to Cody Kinsey out there for doing that. The number 63 of Dan Fowley. He is all over that. Kicking butt, taking names. So Matt Roberts' P5 time will move back to the 51.4 that he had. And we will have all the math figured out. We do get to keep all of the information here, so we will definitely go back and take a look at that. As we see things continue to go forward, there is the number 63 of Dan Fowley. He is out there off like a prom dress, ready to get your groove on. First lap for him coming around. 50.893, good for P13. Wanted to get that hot lap out of the way, that's for sure. Fastest lap is the best lap. Apparently, as we are coming around, you're going to see he's going to still continue to run that low line SCTV, Young Don Korean Barbecue all over the top and the back, and a lot of fun. Things shaking. Good low line run for the number 63. Let's see what happens on his exit right here. 186, 187, 88. They're coming into the tri-oval. Smooth as butter. A piece of warm bread. Up, in. Valley's second lap, just a touch off of his first one. So fastest lap for him. Good for P13 currently. A 50.893 for Mr. Dan Fowley. Pit road. Starting to see some of the guys that are digging in for it. So there's the number 27 of Jack Webb. Joe Exotic. I think that's still his throwback scheme. Kind of digging it. Still happened last year. All 90s, 80s, 90s rock. Kind of that throwback mullet days scheme right there. Jack Webb, good little young man. Good to see him back out here. Good to see him racing. Eric Schaefer dipped as well. All right, well, we will make sure that times are good to go. We will double check that, and we'll have that list updated. So I wish I could do that on I wish I could do that with the, and thank you to SDK Gaming for what they do. Absolute fantastic schemes and software to be using when it comes to doing this. But being able to edit things as far as times and stuff like that in the middle of this would be a great asset to have. Just kind of a little plug out there. Hot lap complete for Mr. Jack Webb. And you're going to start seeing that speed carry 183 moving all the way forward. Third driver of the session, almost done. We're working through them. I know we had a few people had to go, but we will see them go here in a little bit. There is Mr. Jack Webb out there running that high line run. His first lap is going to be somewhere in the 51.5 range. There it is, a 51.505 for the young man. Jack Webb now using that low line, trying to make it stick. Into the corner, Mr. Jack Webb trying to make it work very, very, very nicely. Right there next to that yellow line is the number 27 Joe Exotic Ford Mustang. Ford's up top. Finally have a Chevy. We had a Chevy up in the top five, but didn't quite that one to count. So I believe we're going to double check all of the numbers, but we'll have the qualifying order out here. New pole sitter, Jack Webb, 50.818. That just happened right there. Carried excellent speed on the backstretch. And if you guys are out there watching in the session, make sure you do what he just did. 50.818. So nobody has touched the 50.7s yet. Really looking to see that. Pit lane still working. I do believe somebody just... Oh, Brandon Banks. There he goes. The number 88, Rowdy Energy. This is another one of those drivers, absolutely fantastic to run with out there. Only because he drives a Chevy. That's it. I'm totally joking. I like the number. Absolutely fantastic time. Big old thank you to Rowdy Energy and Rowdy Motorsports out there. And Ken MacArthur and all that team over there. Very, very, very fun guys to work with. Great guys as well, because Rowdy Energy will sponsor a few more races here coming up. So absolutely fantastic guys to be involved with. And, of course, all of you out there for continuously tuning in. Daryl did not blow it. He didn't blow it. That track temperature was cold and you were just a little bit high on your line. Other than that, it was very respectable, I promise you. There's still some drivers that have to be moved around because of times, but you'll get it. Brandon Banks, outlap complete, 58.939, and I did say that this was going to be a matter of thousandths of a second, and we're talking hundredths of a second between you and the position in front of you, and between he and the next one. See, we're looking at P1 to P32 in front of you, where you are at, Mr. Paget, and we're talking less, or just over 2 tenths of a second from first to 32nd, and then Grant Williams just a little bit ahead of that 2.7, somewhere 0.272 seconds. And Brandon Banks coming around, got his first lap in, 50.470 right there. Rowdy Energy number 88 completing his second lap, and we are about to be very close to the end of the session here. We've got just a few more people left to go. Good run for the 88. see if he can put a Chevy in the top 5. I do believe that's his goal. There's the number 88 of Brandon Banks. Went around a front stretch tri-oval. There he is, keeping off the line, doing a great job. Start to finish line, he's going to be at 189. And that is good for P2. So a Chevy in the top 5 with a 50.831 of Brandon Banks. Very close to touching that line, and a lot of these drivers right here that you're seeing are going to be drivers that are into the that are drivers that have that are in the top 16 in points. They chose to qualify later in the session, and that is kind of where they are at. Zach Rinker being one of them, the number 60. DFR, another Dragon Force Racing driver. Teammates to Grant Williams out there. Hot lap complete. Pause for the cause with a vocal break. I'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Every day is a great day to eat at Young Dong Korean Barbecue. At Young Dong, you can expect to enjoy Alabama hospitality at its finest. A true taste of modern Korean barbecue. A taste of local home traditions, but with a fusion of flavors and styles. With daily specials and great food at a great price. Young Dong Korean Barbecue is located at 2918 20th Avenue in Valley, Alabama. Call ahead at 334-768-0444. Young Dong Korean Barbecue. Fusion at its best.
Of course, Young Dong Korean Barbecue, or sponsor for the Talladega 300 that we have with the signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Hot lap complete for Mr. Zach Rinker and the number 60 machine. First lap now in the books as far as qualifying, 51.459. That's what he is focused on right there, trying to stay above the yellow line. In touch, he just can't go below it, so he's going to use that mid-stripe right there to do his job. Zach Rinker here recently ran and won a kart race. I don't know the details on it, but I did see the pictures for it, so congratulations on that. For all things news and esports, make sure you go to signatureesports.com, click the news section, read some articles, talk about NASCAR news, esports, gaming, some articles written by Mason Flippin and yours truly. Go and check that stuff out. Weekly content and a whole bunch of other stuff. The number 60, Zach Rinker's second time. Good for a P5 for him right there. Fantastic. Another Ford up there. So it goes Ford, Chevy, and a whole bunch of Fords. Zach Rinker with a 50.848. And that is what is going on there. Jack Webb throws up a faster time, and everybody else is separated by milliseconds. Pit lane's busy, and there it is, another Toyota KSDT CPA number 1 of Shane Wyatt. There to complete his out lap. KSDT CPA, of course, one of our sponsors of the signature eNASCAR Cup Series, and several of our races that get a little banner position today on the qualifying board. KSDT CPA voted America's top tax firm by Forbes in 2020. Thank you to everybody out there still continuing to follow in. Any more comments? Talk to me, people. Do enjoy it. And do enjoy it. We're going to have some fun. All right. Shane Wyatt up to speed, doing a great job of carrying around into the tri-oval. Hot lap's about to be complete. We're going to see what this young man does. admin for the Xfinity Series next season. Also, co-admins with Brian Wirtz out there. So these guys are putting together great form. If you want to relax out of esports, you'll see them down there on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Does definitely enjoy the Toyota Camry, that is for sure. Appreciate him out there running what he does. Shane Wyatt, 36th driver of the session. First lap for him is going to be a nice one as far as speeds go. Let's see what track temperature's doing right now that we've let some time pass. A lot cooler. We're talking 26 degrees from the start of the session. That's the difference in track temperature right now. 80 degrees on the track as Shane White's out there to complete his laps. My goodness. Huge change when it comes to it, but tomorrow it's going to be a blistering 106 pretty much the entire time. Track will go up and down depending on where they're going, but it is a long way around, so we're talking, 49-second laps at 200 to 204 miles an hour, depending on what part of the draft you're in. If you're out front, you're just holding on for dear life, that's for sure. When does the big one happen tomorrow? We are taking bets. Totally joking. Fast lap for Shane Wyatt. Let's see what happens as he's coming around. Shane Wyatt throws up P3 time. Take a look at that. 50.832. Just 1/1000th second off of Brandon Banks. Jack Webb still in that top time. 97. Ken MacArthur. That's the man. I do believe he's the last one. Possibly. 97's the last one. Or at least he's second to last. One of the two. We're going to see how it goes. There goes Ken MacArthur, the 97 Rowdy Motorsports driver. Team owner, captain. Or captain and coke, depending on if you're a drinking bro. Rowdy Motorsports 97, Ken MacArthur out to complete his hot lap. We're going to see what this fine individual can do right here driving the Chevy Camaro. And you get another Chevy in the top position because Brandon Banks right now is the only Chevy in the top 8 vehicles. Hot lap complete for the 97. He is off like a prom dress. Backstretch run for the Chevy ZL1 Camaro. There he runs mid the top high line, doing a great job of keeping that vehicle where it needs to be. First lap about to be complete as he is about to approach the tri-oval. Guys, going to see a lot of the tri-oval tomorrow, that's for sure. Look at what's happening right there. Front stretch, there is the stripe. First lap complete, a 51.411, so he's right on track to get that 97. In line, you're going to see him. He's going to use that midline exit, 187, 188 before the half. They get 189 into 190 as he comes into the stretch. 190, there he is, 191. That was a good touch of 191 right there. Is he going to have enough to make it all the way around? 37th car to qualify right here. We had a few had to leave early for other things. Ken MacArthur, the 97, comes around to the front stretch. Being careful, just a touch. Doesn't go over. What's his lap going to be? Ken MacArthur good for a P8 position. So 3 cars for Chevys in the top 10, 2 Toyotas, and the rest are Fords. Nice little run right there. Ken MacArthur with a 50.854. I do believe that is the end of the session that I have right there. So, unofficial results, we're going to take a look at it because we do have to, of course, go back and review all of the laps and make sure everything's there. But we're going to take a look at the unofficial results right here. And I'm going to show you at least to show you that. On doing that. My goodness. All right. So at least we'll go through the top 20 right there on the top left of your screen. It's going to be Jack Webb, Brandon Banks, Shane Wyatt. That's going to be your top 3. Roswell Harlow, J.D. Woodward, Zach Rinker, Chris Progar, Ken MacArthur, Lane Bullock, and Matt Roberts in the top 10. Zach Comella, Jorgensen, Bates, Sanchez, Budka, Mr. Michael Woolley. He is up there. Aiden Hill, Dan Fowley, and Wayne Lowe. That's going to be all the way down to Tony Kivett, your top 20. Now things will adjust, and we'll have the starting grid out here very shortly. We will make sure that we go over the rest of that. So thank you, everybody out there, for tuning in. Remember to tune in tomorrow for the Talladega 300, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Sean Conklin out there says this is honestly where you want to be, and so you'll work your way back to the front. You know, sometimes that's just kind of what you got to do. But good to see everybody out there. Congratulations to Jack Webb. That is the pole sitter for tomorrow evening. Brandon Banks is going to start on the outside. Look on Facebook for our starting grid. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram. We'll throw it up there as well. And that'll be out before the morning. Appreciate everybody continuing to tune in. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell there on YouTube for all of that. Get notified whenever we go live. And make sure that if you can donate for a cause, go to signatureesports.com. On the main page, scroll down just a little bit. You can see the donate button. You can donate directly to our PayPal. Hopefully everybody's having a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 8:20 Eastern for the Young Dong Korean BBQ Talladega 300 for the season. It's basically just the end of the regular season for us here. Playoffs start next week. It's going to be amazing. Have a great night, and we will see you again.